Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and today we're talking about the Turtle case from Casemate. This case is for the iPhone 3G and 3GS, and it sells for $29.99. It comes in 4 colors. Comes in green and gray, black and gray, white and gray, and the one I'm going to show you, which is orange and gray. Here's the box, shows you a picture of it on the back. Looks just like a turtle shell. So you get a crystal clear screen protector in the case. You also get a installation card as well as a little cleaning cloth. Nice that Casemate gives that with all their cases. And then here's the case itself, and it's kind of a hybrid case that features 3 pieces. So this inner piece is a super hard, super durable plastic shell, kind of like, the hard shell of a turtle, and it snaps together. Once it's on there, which I'll show you in a second, it's a super tight fit. It's very difficult to get this thing off even. It's so tight, and I'll show you that also in a minute. And then you've got this outer spine, which is silicone material. Just be careful when you go to install it. It's a little bit thin on the edges. I would hate for you to buy this case and then have it tear on the edges, so just be careful. So let's get it installed. Again, the first step is to install the hard plastic shell, and that can only go one way. You got to make sure that you line up the opening for your vibrate switch and your volume rocker, and then once you get it in there, you kind of just snap it together. And like I said, it's a super tight fit. There, it's all together now. Before I put on the spine, I'm just going to tell you about getting this thing off. It's very hard. I'm not even sure if I can do it on camera the way the angle is, but basically you kind of have to pry. There, I popped that one side off, and then once that's off, you kind of just have to keep prying it apart, and it's not easy. Let me see if I can do it on camera for you guys. There you go. I mean, that was pretty violent. It's hard to get off. So my only point with that is, once you get it on, you're probably going to want to leave it on, because I don't think you're going to want to be going through that on a regular basis. So that being said, I actually appreciate the tight fit, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Let me snap it back together here. I'm telling you, installing it is not easy. You got to make sure you get all the things lined up, and then it clicks together. And you heard how tight that is. So once you get that hard shell on, it's really hard. Like I said, very hard. It's also heavy. It adds a considerable amount of weight, but I think that weight translates into protection. So once you get that piece on, you go ahead and insert the spine, and it kind of just goes on. It lines up in these little grooves and locks onto the hard shell. Once you get it all lined up, just kind of press the silicone into place in all the little nooks and crannies. Make sure it's all lined up right. Same with the back, and there you go. So the front of this case is interesting. It covers a lot of the top and bottom. Now, that's not a viewable space. I'll show you in a second. It's not blocking any of your screen, but it is blocking the top and the bottom. And it just makes it kind of appear a little bit smaller than it actually is. It kind of shrinks the front of your phone down a little bit. Not necessarily a bad thing nor a good thing. It's just something to point out. It just, like I said, makes the front of your phone appear a little bit smaller. And then on the back, you can see you've got that really nice turtle-looking pattern, the shell of the turtle, and that dual protection. So I mentioned it's pretty heavy, but again, that heaviness translates into a really nice amount of protection. Similar to the OtterBox Defender, it has the same kind of weight and feel as the Defender. Of course, this doesn't have anything on the screen, but it has the same weight and feel of that. It's pretty heavy. On the bottom, you do have one large cutout for your dock connector and your speaker and mic. Unfortunately, I'm not able to dock this case in my Simplify unless I remove the dock connector insert. When I do that, I am able to. Just have to be careful putting their phone in and out of a dock when it doesn't have any insert. You could damage the port on the bottom. So you just have to be careful. On the side here, you see that one big cutout for the vibrate switch and the volume rocker. It's a little big for me. I'm not sure why that they didn't extend this over a little bit. It just seems like there's a lot of phone showing there, maybe unnecessarily. I'm not sure. And then on the top, you've got a smaller cutout for your headset jack, your SIM card, and your sleep awake button. I'm not a fan, again, of the big cutouts. I know Casemate does this on the Smooth. That was my one knock on the Smooth. I like the individual cutouts better just because it offers more protection, especially a case like this. If you're going to rock this, it's probably because you're looking for something that offers a lot of protection. I'd rather see these things, kind of individually covered, so I don't need to get to my SIM card tray. I'll take off the case if I have to do that. So this case feels remarkably well in your hand. Again, it is a super tight fit. There is no creaking. The phone doesn't move. It feels like one solid piece. The rubber silicone and then the kind of matte finish of the hard shell feels really good in the hand. No problem accessing the sleep awake button because you've got that big opening. Also on the back, the camera lens lines up pretty well. It's a little bit off, but it doesn't affect the, picture taking quality. It still is enough room that it gets, totally through there. So that is a brief look at the Turtle case from Casemate. I'm interested in seeing this in some other colors. I think the white and gray would look really well with the white phone, and the black and gray would look great. The orange and the green, yeah, they're definitely attention getters, but I'm more of a conservative. I think the white and gray would look really, really sharp. So again, that is a brief look at the Turtle case. I hope you like it. Check it out on case-mate.com. I'll put a link to that in the sidebar. As a closing note, I hope you guys are enjoying my new lighting setup. I went out and purchased some new lights. I also played with some of the settings on my camera. I think, based on this is my first video with the new setup, I think things look a lot better, a lot brighter, and a lot clearer. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment below. If you have a question about that or anything else, drop me a line. Otherwise, you have a great day.